Hello students, in today's chemistry class you will learn about mixtures. So let's see what are mixtures. Mixture is a material which is made up of two or more different substances which are not chemically combined. So you can say the substances in a mixture retain their own properties and they can be separated by using various techniques. The formation of a mixture does not involve any chemical change. Just because of that, there is no new atoms or molecules are formed. Example, air, rocks, wood, lemonade and milk are the some examples of mixtures. Now the next is characteristics of mixture. Mixture is a impure substance and that's why it has no formula. They can be mixed in any ratio, means the constituents of a mixture can be mixed in any ratio. They don't have any fixed ratio. The properties of the mixture are the properties of its constituent. It means in a mixture, the properties of mixture depends upon the properties of its constituents. The constituents can be easily separated by physical method like heating, drying, crystallization, distillation, etc. Mixture either can be homogeneous or it can be heterogeneous, and there is no energy absorbed or released during the formation of a mixture. And a mixture, they don't have any definite physical and chemical properties. Now next see about the different types of mixtures. Mixture can be heterogeneous or it can be homogeneous. You can see in the picture the first one, heterogeneous mixture, that you can see the two colored balls are there and they are unevenly distributed. And in the second one, homogeneous mixture, you can see two colored balls, they have even distribution throughout the box. So the same composition is there in heterogeneous mixture, that is the constituents, they are unevenly distributed throughout the bulk. And in homogeneous mixture, the constituents, they are equally distributed throughout the bulk. So that's why homogeneous mixture, it is very difficult to identify the different constituents, but in heterogeneous you can easily identify the different constituents. Now see the definitions and the meaning. Types of mixtures. There are two types of mixtures. Heterogeneous, which means different, in which you can see the different parts or phases of the mixture easily. Homogeneous means the same, means in this you cannot see the different parts. Different parts means the constituents of a mixture. You cannot see the different constituents of the mixture. That is called homogeneous. Now, heterogeneous mixture, once again see the definition and its characteristics. You cannot see the different parts of the mixture. The liquids are unstable and will settle out. Liquids are unstable means whatever the constituents are present in a mixture, they are unstable, means they cannot be completely dissolved in any liquid. The examples are pizza, oil and water. You can see the first one, the picture of pizza. The toppings, you can easily identify them and count the number of the constituents. And in the second one, a beaker contains water with oil, and in this also you can see oil droplets clearly. So that's why it's a heterogeneous mixture. The next is homogeneous mixture. You cannot see the different parts of the mixture, and it can be a solution. Solution means the solid particles are completely dissolved in the liquid. For an example, sugar in water, salt in water and etc. The next is liquids are stable and typically won't settle. Liquids are stable means you can see in the glass this liquid is clear vision, it has a clear vision, means you cannot identify the solute or the solid particle dissolved in it. So that's why it is a stable liquid. And next example is alloy, that is a metal mixtures, salt and water, etc. Alloy means you can see the coins or the any metallic substance which is made up of a by mixing two different metals. So in that alloy you cannot identify the distinct metal separately. So that's why alloy or any metallic substance which is made up of by mixing two different metals is a homogeneous mixture. Some more examples or the type of mixtures which is given in your book, you can see the solid mixtures can be solid mixture, in which that solid mixture can be homogeneous or it can be heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture, the example is alloys like brass, bronze, steel, and heterogeneous mixtures like stones and sand, flour and grains. The next is solid liquid mixture. The first is homogeneous and the second one is heterogeneous. The homogeneous solid liquid mixture, salt in water, sugar in water, and heterogeneous solid liquid mixture, chalk in water, soil in water. The solid liquid heterogeneous, third one is solid gas mixture, which can be heterogeneous, that is smoke which contains soot or unburnt particles of gas. Soot means the unburnt particles of gas which are present in which looks like black substance. Now fourth number, liquid solid mixtures which can be heterogeneous, water in sponge, water in flour. These are the examples of liquid solid mixtures. Now the next is fifth number, liquid mixtures that can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture when it will be, the example is vinegar in water, and heterogeneous mixture then oil in water. Now the next is sixth number, liquid gas mixture that can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture when it will be, example is moisture in air, and heterogeneous mixture, that is mist, fog and cloud. Now seventh number, gas solid homogeneous mixture, and the example is hydrogen in palladium. Eighth number, gas liquid mixture that will be homogeneous, then example is aerated drinks, means the cold drinks which contain carbon dioxide in water. Now the last one, gas mixture that will be a homogeneous mixture, example is air. Now one activity is given in your book in which you can see the properties of a compound are different from those of a mixture. So first in this activity you need iron filings, sulfur, magnet, liquid carbon disulfide, 3 test tubes, 2 water glass and a burner. So first see the procedure. Prepare a mixture of iron filings and sulfur. Put some amount of mixture formed on a watch glass. Label this as sample X. You can see here, this is a mixture of iron filings and sulfur and it is kept on a watch glass. Now put the remaining portion of the mixture in a test tube and heat it. The next is heat it. Now what you will observe? A black mass is observed. Now the procedure, place this mass on another watch glass, label it as Y. Roll a magnet over sample X and Y. Now what you will observe? The iron filings stick to the magnet in sample X, whereas sulfur remains in the watch glass. There are no changes observed in sample Y. You can see here in the sample Y, when you have taken the iron filings and sulfur without heating, and when you will bring a magnet over that mixture of iron filling and sulfur when it is not heated. Listen carefully. In this sample Y, you will not heat the sample, and when it will not be heated, and when you will bring a magnet over here, the iron filings will be attracted by the magnet. Whereas in the sample X, when you will heat that, and after heating in the sample X, when you will bring a magnet, it will not show any response, just because when you heated that, it forms a different compound, and when it is not heated, the property of iron is still there, and sulfur also retains its property. That's why iron filings are attracted by the magnet. So the procedure: now take portions of sample X and Y in two separate test tubes, the same what I explained, and add carbon disulfide to each test tube. Now observation: in sample X, sulfur dissolves in carbon disulfide, whereas iron does not. In sample Y, there will be no change. Conclusion: this shows that a mixture exhibits the properties of its constituent. However, the properties of the compound iron sulfide formed due to the heating of iron and sulfur are completely different from its constituent elements, that is iron and sulfur. Thus, neither is it attracted to the magnet nor does it dissolve in carbon disulfide. For more detail, just go through your textbook. Now, today's homework: define mixtures. Question number 2, explain different types of mixtures with example. Question number 3, with the help of an activity, show that the properties of a compound are different with those of a mixture. Write these answers in your chemistry notebook. Thank you.